Good morning. I'm going to call you my fifth graders because you're going to be fifth graders next year. So, good morning, fifth graders. I hope you're having an awesome Wednesday. We're finally going to kick off our math lessons here in summer school. I'm very excited. The first thing that we're going to be working on in summer school for our grade level is division. So, we're going to be looking at division problems. Now, before I go any further, let's talk about the things that we're going to do in summer school. So there should be a video that's up on Wednesday and Thursday for this month of June. And then that'll be up by like 8:30. And I'll have a lesson. I'm going to talk about a particular skill. And I'm going to get to that in just a minute when I get done talking about this. So that'll be the first thing you should do is look at the video. Okay? It's going to be a YouTube link because I can make these videos a little bit longer if I have to. Okay? Then you're going to have something to do in Success Maker. Now, your Success Maker you're familiar with. It's different than our Pearson. So you're going to log into your Success Maker, and I have a specific thing that I want you to do. Once you log in for Success Maker, you're going to be looking for Summer School 5th Grade Math Week 1. That's the activity that you're going to click in to go in, because it's going to have just the stuff that we're working on. Like we're working on division, so you'll see some division problems when you log into that. Okay? So this week, after you get done watching this video, you're going to log into Success Maker. And again, in Success Maker, you're looking for Summer School 5th Grade Math Week 1. Alright? And so that's what you'll be doing. And then, after you've had a chance to work through those problems, I'm going to meet with you again in a Zoom meeting at 11 o'clock. Okay? Now that will be just for our group. And when we're there, I can go through any kind of problems that you had. I'll have some problems for us to go through. I want to do kind of a fun activity too, because it's summer school and it's a little bit different. Okay? So let's dive right in. Like I said, this week we are working on division. Okay? So when you think of division, you might think of something like this. 250 divided by 5. Now let's take a minute and go through some vocabulary real quick here. The big number that you're splitting up, in this case it's 250, that is a dividend. The big number that we're splitting up in a division problem is called the dividend. Okay? The next number is a divisor. The divisor is either how many groups you're going to break something up into, or how big those groups are. Okay? Now, what we're going to do first for division is a shortcut for larger numbers like this, but still pretty easy to do. What we're going to be doing is looking for math facts that we know through memorizing our multiplication, and it makes our division problems easy to do. So let's take a look at this problem. This might seem pretty difficult because it's a big number, 250 divided by 5. But what I can do is I can use my math facts. I know that 25 is a multiple of 5. So 25 divided by 5 is 5. Now here's a little shortcut. If I have a 0 in my dividend, and I didn't cancel it out because if I have a 0 in my divisor, it cancels out. If there's nothing to cancel it out, this 0 in my dividend comes to my quotient. The answer to division problem is called a quotient. So 250 divided by 5 equals 50. Not too crazy, not too crazy. Let's do another example. Let's say I have something even, a little bit the same. Say I have 810 divided by 9. Now at first, that could seem kind of tricky because you think, oh no, I've got big numbers, I got 810. But if I use my math facts, I remember that 81 is a multiple of 9 because 9 times 9 is 81, right? So if 9 times 9 is 81, then 81 divided by 9 is 9. And look, just like in the last problem, I have a 0 still in my dividend. I'm going to put that 0 straight into my quotient, and I'm going to get an answer of 90. Okay? Let's do one more problem like this. A little bit bigger, how about 3,200 divided by 4? Okay, again, it might seem pretty scary because we've got big numbers, but 32 is a multiple of 4. If you know your times tables, you probably know that 4 times 8 is 32. So 32 divided by 4 is 8. And look, this time there are 2 zeros in my dividend. I'm going to take both of them and put them into my quotient, and I'm going to get an answer, a quotient of 800. Okay? So in some of the long division problems you can do, there's a shortcut, and that shortcut is to look for if the first number has a multiple of the second number, because you can use that to make the problem a lot easier for you. And if there is a 0, if you have an extra 0 in your dividend, you're just going to put that into your quotient. If you have 2 extra zeros, like in this one, you're going to put both of them into your quotient. Okay? Alrighty, so we've gone through a couple different problems there. Now, the other thing that I would mention is you can use this same idea when you are dividing to estimate. Okay? We're going to get into some deeper techniques and stuff like that in our Zoom meeting, and we're going to get into some deeper techniques tomorrow. But for right now, let's just look at another thing that you can do in division, that's estimating. So let's say I have something like this, 718, and I'm going to divide that by 8. Now, I don't need to know an exact answer right now. Like I said, I'm just going to estimate this right now. So I'm going to get an estimating answer. So here's what I do. I take the number I've got, my divisor, and then I look at my dividend. And I'm looking for a multiple of 8 here. Is 7 a multiple of 8? That won't really work. So let me put the first two numbers together. 71. Is that a multiple of 8? No, it's not. But 71 is very close to 72. And 72 is a multiple of 8. Okay, so I'm going to put a 0 here so to make sure the numbers are the same size. If I take 72 divided by 8, I'm going to get 9, because 8 times 9 is 72, right? There's an extra 0 left over here. So that's going to go into my quotient, and I'm going to get an estimate quotient of 90. Okay? Let's do one more like that, okay? Because you'll see some of those today. Let's say I have 156, and I'm going to divide that by 4. Okay, now again, I'm just estimating. We'll get deep into solving these problems step by step later on today and tomorrow. But for right now, I'm going to look at this, and I'm looking at my 4, and I'm trying to see, is there a multiple of 4 over here? So I look at the hundreds place. Is 1 a multiple of 4? No, that's not going to work. How about I put the first 2 digits together? 15. Is 15 a multiple of 4? No, but 16 is, right? 16 times 4 is, 4 times 4 is 16. So I can take my 16 divided by 4 and get 4. There's one extra 0 left, so it's going to come along for the ride, and I would get an estimate of 40. Okay? I hope this is helpful to you. You're going to have some problems to do. Again, it will be summer school, 5th grade math week 1, and I'll send that in a message too, along with a link to the Zoom meeting that we're going to have at 11 o'clock. Okay? Also, I'm going to put up another link for another Zoom meeting because Mrs. Rhonda asked me to, right around 8:30, in case you're having a problem getting logged in or you have questions about something that you can do, so you can ask me questions. Okay? So we'll have this Zoom meeting, and I'll send you a link for this. But there's another one that Miss Rhonda asked me to have right around 8:30 in case you have questions. Okay, so if you have questions, you can message me or go into the Zoom meeting to ask me those questions. Okay, I hope I see you later. I hope you're having a fantastic day.